Good day everyone, my name is Marnel G. Agner and today I will discuss the current and future trends of media and information. First, I will discuss what is trend. So, trend is a general development or a change in a situations or in the way that people are behaving. So, trend can be certain in style in fashions, entertainment, or whatsoever that dealing the popularity on a certain of time. So, it can usually people follow anything that is trending. So, for example, of the actress and the model Heart Evangelista, so she's very trending right now because of her fashions, of her luxury brands of bags and the clothes and accessories. The second example is the iPhone. So iPhone is very trending right now because of the high quality of pictures and also the large store of app and etc. So the third example is TikTok. So it is very common for us because we people use this especially on the Gen Z generation right now, so they are using this one to see videos in the reels. The current and future trends of media and information. The first one is the massive open online courses, the wearable technology, the 3D environment, the ubiquitous learning, and the paperless society. Open online courses is a model of delivering learning content online to any person who wants to take a course with no limit and attendance. So MOOCs are asynchronous open access web-based courses geared towards enrolling hundreds or thousands of students on time. MOOCs deliver content via record video lectures, online readings, and online assessments, as well as the various degrees of students to students and students to instructor interactions. So people enroll in MOOCs for a range purposes including the career development, college preparations, supplemental learning, and lifelong learning, corporate training, and more. So MOOCs is similar to online classes but not that totally online class because you're just taking a course para at imo sarili para magkamayada ka pahin more knowledge na haimong gingkuhan na trabaho or course or anuman nga subject na gusto mo maruan. So it is open for everybody or for everyone's. Pwede hiya student or anot gusto mabaruan han usa nga student, pwede ha mga professionals, workers, or mga gusto pa hin mga additional skills. So, pwede gapiha mga teachers para magkamay ada pahiyahin more knowledge on teaching. So, with this, dire na hera na aarohin payments, hin tuitions fees para hininga course. So, except lahiya kung gusto mo hin certification, kung gusto mo katibayan talaga na nag-take ka hininga course, so kailangan mo hin payments para magkaamay adahirahin or para ka magkamay adahin certifications. Kailangan mo patit mga documents nga kailangan para ka magkamay adahito. MOOCs can be characterized by the following. The first one is a revolutionary approach to education that transitions from a physical setting to a virtual setup, a kind of learning that is facilitated online, breaking the norm of having a physically go to traditional school or universities for a higher education. The third one is utilize information technologies like analytics to help instructors evaluate their students' learning. And the fourth one is to emphasize the connectedness. So MOOCs offer a strong starting point for a number of reasons, including the first one is the lack of entry requirements. So a MOOC can be taken by anyone who is interested in the subject matter and able to access the course regardless of age, background, or location. So the second one is the repetition. So a MOOC will offer run two times a year, ensuring that student won't miss their chance. So the third one is the high quality. So MOOCs are led by subject matter expert and supported by teachers' assistants so that students have access to the first-rate educational resources. So the fourth one is the feasibility. A MOOC usually necessitates around 1 to 2 hours of study a week for about 5 weeks, making learning doable for students with busy lives. So the last one is the self-paced but supported learning. So a MOOC enables students to work through the course materials and assessments at their own rates while also interacting with the global learning community. So here are the several features that typically require for a course to be considered a MOOC. So massive. It should allow access to a very large number of students, much larger than a face-to-face class or a traditional online course. It can even reach up to 500,000 learners or more. So massive because it contains of 500,000 plus students in the class. So the second one is open. It does not have an admission process or qualifications to be able to register or enroll. MOOCs being open also means free and open access to educational resources hosted at varied online places. So it is considered as a open because anyone, anywhere can register for this course. So online. The course is done remotely via the internet and does not require physical attendance at a classroom, which also means that anyone from anywhere around the world with an internet connection can avail for these courses. So it is online. So it is online absolutely. The course, the learnings is delivering through and online. So the fourth one is the courses. It should have learning objectives to be achieved by students after certain activities within a given period of time. So it is so MOOCs also referred as a course because it is very similar to the classes that you've been taking on college or in the university. So here are an example of MOOC from course provider edX. So may the niya course title which is how to write an essay, my course provider, my registration link, my course description, my course objective, the host institutions, and other detail about the course. Wearable technology. So, a wearable technology is also known as the wearables or the fashions technology. So, it is a general term that encompasses the field or smart devices that are worn on the body. So, this technology is also considered as a trend in media and informations as with it. So, people access informations through media in much faster and manner. So, with this, so absolutely, we are familiar with this one because it is used as to our fashions. So in this technology, it makes our life better. It makes our life more easier. Characteristics of the wearable technology includes the following. The first one is performing computer-related tasks such as laptops and mobile phones. The second one, it provides sensory and scanning features, have some form of communications capability, and will allow the wearer access to information in real time. so data input capabilities, and the local storage capabilities. So here are some examples of the wearable technology. The first one is the smartwatches. So smartwatches are worn in our wrist devices that connect to your mobile phone as they are synced to your smartphone. It allows you to see notifications on your wrist at a glance. So this technology is easy to burden of having a constantly open and check your smartphone's texts, messages, emails, or other notifications, and it can also track to your activities. So smartwatches is rarely on smartphones to function so that it allows you to see the notifications from your phones to your smartwatch. So the second one is the fitness trackers and sports watches. Whether for formal training or just trying to be active and fitness, trackers and sport watches helps you to get a better understanding of your fitness activities. According to GCF Global, they can track the number of steps you take, your average heart rate, and how long you sleep. So mostly people uses this one especially on the athletes. So with these devices, they can track their heartbeat, their heart rate, and even their BMI. So the number 4 is the hearables. So it is also called as AirPods. So in these devices, it works just like a traditional earphones and headphones, but have already wireless and worn in the ears. So the fifth one is the VR headset. So VR headset, or what do we call the virtual reality headsets, are device connected as to a PC or games console that show you a computer-generated virtual reality that folds your sights and brains into thinking that you are in the scenarios. So mostly people uses this one, especially on the gamers right now. So it is used to play games, watches videos, and entertainments on ourselves. The 3D environment. This technological concept of a 3D environment is explored to imitate and simulate the physical world through media. The most common example of these are the computer animations in video games and TV shows. So here are some examples of a 3D environment. The first example is the movie Avatar, and the second example is the 3D printer. So when we say 3D printer, it is a design and builds 3D models. It creates the end product by building them using a computer design. Ubiquitous learning. When we say ubiquitous, it is found in anywhere. So ubiquitous learning, or the U-learning, is a kind of e-learning experience that implies a vision of learning which is connected across all the stages on which we play on our lives. Learning occurs not just in a room, but in the home, the workplace, the playground, the library, and the museums, and the nature center, and in our daily interactions with others. So we are also familiar with this one because during the COVID-19 pandemic, students experienced the distance learning using mobile technologies. Not only the classroom settings, in many ways we had an experience it already.
Paperless society. A paperless society is a society where communication and transaction are done electronically or digitally, and all forms of printed communication have become obsolete. It is characterized by the sheet, from letter to email, newspaper to news web page, books to ebook, and so on. Gonzalez 2016. Paperless transactions also include cashless dealing, which is often done through credit or debit cards or through visual wallets like Paymaya and GCash. Going paperless offers several benefits like acquiring saving on the cost of materials, printing, labor, and storage. In addition, paperless transactions minimize the risk of losing or misplacing a digital document and allowing employees to access and edit digital documents, whether remotely or in the office, then electronically manage or sign it. Meaning it is a society in which paper communication is replaced by electronic communication and storage.